honest to God, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to title this video. I just know that it's going to be a video about grief. I know I'm sad. I know I miss my daddy. March 25th, 2022, my daddy died. I had a really good relationship with my dad. That's not to say I never complained. Obviously, like as a kid, and especially as a spoiled, rotten child that I was, I complained a lot about both my parents, but they were good parents. My dad was a good dad. And I keep asking myself, does this ever get any easier? And one thing, well, I've learned several things about grief when I lost my dad. One of the things that I realized is that it doesn't get any easier. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, because I would ask that all the time, like, does this ever get any easier? The answer is no. Okay, the answer is no, it doesn't get any easier, but you end up developing a much larger capacity to deal with that grief. For example, my dad died on the 25th of March. I put it after the first year because, oh dear God, all of us we were not okay. But then year two, I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell myself that he passed away on the 22nd. So I always have it stuck in my head that he passed away on the 22nd. The reason why is because for whatever reason, like, I guess my body just knows it's not the 22nd. I'm a crash out, but my crash out is nowhere near as bad as what it used to be. That's just how I deal with it. That's how I cope with it. Everybody in my family deals with it in different ways. I have no idea how my brother is dealing with this. My father left my brother as the patriarch of the family. That is a lot to have on your shoulders. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, fuck. Like, what do we do? What do we do? Another thing that I've realized with this grief, dealing with this particular type of grief, I've realized that there are lots of things to mourn, right? I have to mourn the Marissa that had a father. She's not here anymore. She's gone, okay? And I know that sounds incredibly selfish, but you got to look at it like this. At the end of the day, who's looking out for you but you, right? And if you haven't dealt with that part of you, that little girl that had a dad, that little boy that had a mom, right? If you're not able to comfort that child, okay, that inner child, it's going to become very difficult for you to gain a larger capacity to deal with said grief. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. So year two was pretty difficult. It's been 3 years now. I did my crash out on the 22nd. And then, by the time the 25th came around and there was a family member that needed someone that was grounded. We'll say that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess my crazy little hypothesis actually worked. I do suffer from PTSD and major depression. So during these super depressing times, I do need to watch myself. One of the telltale signs that, Marissa is not okay is the way that my home looks. It can get real bad. It can get really, really bad. I'm fine. I'm fine. I promise you I'm look, y'all ain't gonna believe me. Look, the studio fine. Okay? Studio fine. Living room fine. That's to detox my hair. These are dirty clothes that I have separated, okay? On my way to do laundry. All right, living room fine. Living room fine. Okay? Okay, kitchen fine. Only a handful of dishes in the second. Yeah, I smoke in the kitchen. Yeah, that's fine. Dishes done. That's groceries. Okay? I'm eating. A bitch is eating. Okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay? Cause you niggas really in the fuck. Oh, well, I don't know, shit. Her voice kind of sound a little depressing. Nigga, fuck you. I'm fine. Shit. Want to see my bedroom? Ooh. There's some things you can't do. Okay, but it's fine. Okay, it's fine. All right, we fine. We're fine. We're fine. Show you niggas my fucking house. Shit. I feel okay. I feel fine. Let me not say that, because I hate it when people say I'm fine. Don't say you're fine. Fine is not an emotion. I'm fuck. I'm doing a very controlled, very minor spiral. Just a little bit. It's just a little spiral. It's okay. I'm directing it towards positive energy. But you know, on his birthday and on his death day, I watch a lot of Eddie Murphy. I watch I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. That was the family movie right there. I immerse myself in stuff that I know he will really like. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I'm not finna let y'all see me cry. You will not get that satisfaction. You will not ever. Anyway, but I'm trying not to. Another thing that I did learn, and this video is not woe is me, feel sorry for me type thing. I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm a realist. Okay. I don't like to think in hypotheticals. Thinking in hypotheticals pisses me off, because it's like, why? You're making me waste my brain power on that. I don't want to do that. I like to live in the here and now, like what's going on for real. Not, well, what would happen if I don't like that? I don't like that. It's not happening. So why am I thinking about that? That's weird. I'm not going to do that. Is there a possibility of this happening? No, not at all. Not at all. So why am I wasting my brain power on that? I don't like thinking in hypotheticals. I like to think in the here and now. Okay. And I'm a very realistic person. I like to think so. I like to think I'm a very grounded person. Yeah, I do live in the moment, but I also live realistically as well. Here's the thing. And I'm not going to say too much on it. There is no animosity. There is no bad blood, nothing weird like that. But the last dude that I had dealings with, we'll say that, he broke things off with me on my daddy's birthday. And this dude, like, I was open to, a very shallow type of situation. And then I started realizing, like, he does things like my daddy. He says things like my daddy. Don't nobody say that but my daddy. Like, what the fuck? Who is this? Right? So he reminded me a lot of that. That was just that, and that was one of the main reasons why I'm just like was open to whatever. And then he broke things off on my daddy's birthday. So that right there, okay. So listen, of course, I did not take that very well. Yeah, I'm a safe face. You will never see me sweat, nigga. The fuck? I'm fine. I was not fine. I was not okay. For a little bit, I thought he did that shit on purpose. I thought he knew it was my daddy's birthday. And he was just like, let me just stab this bitch in the face real quick. There's no way in hell that man knew it was my daddy's birthday. And there's no way in hell that he knew what was going on with me at that point in time. What I learned from that situation is that, and again, I'm not looking for any type of sympathy here. I'm a realistic person. So realistically speaking, the last man to ever be able to love me, he died 3 years ago. He gone. He gone. He gone. Ain't nobody gonna be able to. There's no one that could even possibly compare. There's no one to ever even possibly compare. So it's just kind of like, I'm not going to be able. This is gonna sound crazy as hell. I'm not gonna be in a relationship. Can nobody really tolerate me? Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I had to come to the realization that, like, maybe that's not ever really gonna happen ever for me, but I'm thankful that it happened for me at least once. And no, I'm not talking about like a romantic love. That's fucking weird. Don't be weird. I'm just saying like someone that was able to love me for who I am. Does that make sense? Unconditionally. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. That is the only man that could have ever loved me unconditionally. Ever. Ever. Nobody, no, I'm a lie. I'm a lie. I'm a lie. I'm a lie. When I say unconditionally, I mean, there is literally nothing that I could do to make my dad be like, I don't love you anymore. There, there was literally nothing that I could do to make my dad even say, I don't like you anymore. Nothing I've ever done made my dad say, I don't like you. I love you, but I don't like you. I've heard that from other people. I've heard that from other folks. Very conditional. That was the one and only and the last to ever be able to love me unconditionally. That's a sad thing. And yeah, I'm still grieving over that. Yeah, I'm still mourning that. But at the same time, I got to remember like, dude, I came from a good stock of men and women, but men too. Like, I came from real men. Fact of the matter is this. This is not a hypothetical. This is a reality, okay? This is a fact. Okay? Are you ready for it? I'm not a lovable person. But if I can't be successful in love, I can be successful in other things because my daddy didn't raise no bitch. He may have raised like an unlovable bitch, but my daddy didn't raise no bitch. My mama didn't raise no bitch neither. The fuck? So I have learned that I need to just focus my attention on things that I can control, on things that on me. Fuck you mean? Me, nigga, the fuck? I miss my daddy, but I'm so thankful that I had a loving father and that I got to experience that. It does make me sad that I wasn't able to give that to my kids because they daddies is some bitch ass niggas. But so yeah, I failed my children in that aspect, that I could not find a decent enough human being that could even compare to my father for them. Like, yeah, I feel guilty in that sense. But at the same time, it's just like, well, fuck, I was able to see what true love looked like. I was able to see what a man looks like. I was able to see how a man is supposed to treat a woman. Look what that looked like. He preached, not like religiously. Like he spoke, he talked a lot. That's where I get it from. If you ever wondered, it's from my daddy. He talks a lot, a whole lot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real with you. I lost my train of thought on that because I started thinking about when he passed away. He couldn't talk. He was riddled with cancer. Just body, just riddled with all of the cancer, just everything. Just it was everything. And he couldn't talk. He couldn't talk, and that just kind of threw me off when I said that because all that man did do was talk. He was a professor. All he did was talk. So to see him laying there not being able to speak, that fucked me up. Fucked me up real good. Um, yeah. Oh, wait. So another lesson that I learned is that not everybody deals with grief in the same type of way. Um, not everybody deal with grief in the same type of way. Um, some people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right when he passed, right when he passed, I flipped out. I went batshit crazy. I lost my fucking mind. I lost my fucking mind. You didn't really know it. Like, I was gonna say you wouldn't know it unless you knew me. But even people that knew me, they really did not know just how bad it got. Like, Wow, there's literally not a single soul that knows exactly what the fuck I went through. There's one person that knows a little bit, and the little bit that that person does know, ooh wee. So yeah, like a bitch spiraled, okay, in a way that was incredibly destructive, incredibly destructive. Um, I had a sibling that faced depression for the first time in their lives, and they did not know what the fuck to do. Still dealing with depression is here's the thing. I'm the type of person that's like, a depression is an emotion, right? You're never going to be in a perpetual state of an emotion. I'm never going to be in a perpetual state of happiness. It's not realistic to think. People will go through bouts of depression, maybe once in their life, maybe continuously. There's a lot that factors in with, you got to just take into consideration, what the person was going through, dealing with, and whatnot. Grief looked differently on that sibling. I have another sibling. Grief looks incredibly different on that person. Like, it's almost as if they put this mask on, and I've literally not seen them since the day I lost my dad. And it's kind of like they're going through life like everything chill, like it's normal, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But you look at them and you like, ooh, there is a war inside of you. It is all over your face. It doesn't matter how thick that mask is. I can see it. You are not okay. You know what I mean? But like, they dealing with it in their own way. My parents were divorced. Grief looked different on my mama. One thing that I fucking hate is when people know, like, and when I say people, I don't mean like my family. Like, I'm talking about like acquaintances and like people that I work with and stuff like that. When people that know, it's my dad's birthday, or it's my dad's death day, or it's Father's Day, or whatever, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "Are you okay?" And again, I'm not the type of person that's gonna cry in front of folk, but I do cry. It's just I'm gonna do it in my own personal time. I'm not gonna do it in front of you. The fuck? Who are you? That's just kind of how I feel about it. But when people ask me if I'm okay, it's like, when I'm in public, I'm dealing with my anxieties and my fuckery. I'm dealing with that in a completely different way. The way that I deal with it is, I have to immerse myself in something else, right? I have to immerse myself in work. I have to immerse myself in this channel. You know what I mean? I have to immerse myself in, what's the next project? What's the next move? What's the next thing that we finna do? And then when I get home, and I'm alone by myself, and I'm in my bedroom, and I'm in my closet with the lights off and the doors closed, then I could cry. You know what I'm saying? But when you come up to me in public talking about, "You okay?" Nigga, no, now I'm not. Shit. I'm about to fall the fuck apart. Fuck. But also, I've had to realize that that's not them trying to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are genuinely, worried. People can worry about you, and that's okay. And then you're gonna have people that you thought was your friends, you thought was, and when they ask you if you're okay, they don't want to hear no more than, "I'm fine." Yeah. There's some friends that, will love you through it, and then there's some friends that, dealing with their own shit. Okay. And so you can't really force anybody to stick around for your shit. When you fuck up and when you are grieving and you going batshit crazy and everything, yes, you do deserve to be loved through all of that. You do. But you can't put that on nobody. Best friend probably got her own shit she dealing with too. And she can't even say nothing because you got a dead daddy. What are her problems compared to your dead daddy? Right? She still got to deal with her own shit. Right? You also have to realize that because life still goes on for other people, that doesn't mean that people hate you. It doesn't mean that, it means that life goes on. Whether your daddy died or not, life, the electric bill's still gonna be due. Yeah, rent still gonna be due on the first, baby. I wish it got, sometimes I wish it got easier, but most of the times I'm thankful for the grief because that just, and I hate to, oh man, I'm so sorry. I have to do this, but what is grief if not love persevering? Vision said that. Vision is a Marvel character. He said it. He said it to Wanda Maximoff. Okay, Marvel. All right, it's a Marvel reference. Okay, but it's still true. What is grief if not love persevering? If you're not grieving that person, if you stopped grieving that person, I don't ever want to stop grieving my daddy. I don't ever want to stop grieving my daddy. Yes, the shit is gonna fucking suck. It does. It does. It does. It does. Because the one thing that, oh man, I would burn this entire town to the ground just to feel his arms around me one more time. Just one more time. Yeah, I would burn everybody. Babies included. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I would burn everything to the ground just to feel one more hug from him. He gave the best hugs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's because I love him so much. He was just the best, the absolute best, the absolute best. And you niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas ain't never been shit. Y'all niggas never will be shit. Y'all ain't nothing compared to my motherfucking daddy. All y'all niggas can burn in hell. Cause okay, all right, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm not dealing with the grief too well. But, you know, I feel like compared to what I know my depression can look like, yeah, I feel like I can now say that the capacity to hold the grief, it just gets bigger. It gets bigger. The grief doesn't get smaller, the capacity gets bigger, right? I don't got no tips. If you came here looking for tips, I don't got none. Keep some extra Kleenexes on you around their death date. Vaseline. Vaseline is your best friend, or petroleum jelly. When he died, like there for several weeks. This is so fucked up. There for several weeks, I was crying so badly that my eyes were chafed. Like I got eczema patches on my eyelids and under my eyes. It was just, and I was like this for weeks, about a month and a half, just like this for the long, barely see. Thank God I wasn't driving at the time. But yeah, I was, because I was crying so much. And I have night terrors. That's from the PTSD. That didn't have, the PTSD don't got nothing to do with my daddy. I was diagnosed with PTSD like right before he died. Like 2 months before he died. There was plenty of time for all of the medication to be working through my system when that happened. So yeah, I still lost my mom, but without medicine, baby. So with PTSD and then my dad dying and all of that stuff, it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. And plus, that's just barely scratching the surface. That's not even getting into not even 75% of the other shit that I was dealing with at that point in time. So I was crying a lot, a whole lot, and more than I had ever cried before. And I've cried a lot over some fucked up shit. But I ain't never cried this much before in my life. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I can't keep putting Vaseline around my eyes, but that's just what I had to do. Just Vaseline gonna be your friend, baby. It'll heal it up, but you ain't gonna be able to see for shit. So don't plan on driving or anything. But if you notice you getting a little patch, bust that Vaseline out. That'll help you. But yeah, like it's less of a, oh my God, fuck the world, I want everybody to die because I can't have my daddy. It's less of that now and more of, damn, I'm so blessed. Damn, I am so blessed to have had a father like that. Wow. 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 I ain't never heard my parents argue. My daddy ain't never called my mama by her name. Look, we're not gonna get into it. All I want to say is I guess the main message of this video is that grief is not linear. It's not linear. I could be okay, this year, March 25th, but later this year, come Father's Day, I might crash out again. You never know. You never know, baby. You never know, because grief isn't a straight line. It can splinter off. I could be seemingly okay for the next several years. 10 years down the road, I could crash the fuck out. You never know. You never know. But putting in place certain practices like recognizing the 22nd as his death date, and to be able to mentally prepare for the 25th of when it actually is, being able to take a step outside of myself and realize that the world still goes on, whether you're sad or not, and you still have to be considerate of the people around you, okay? Because one, you're not the only person that's grieving, okay? And two, not everybody fucking grieving. Not everybody knew your damn daddy. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be sad every time I see you, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Type shit. So, it's all about perspective and being able to remember the good. Okay, remember the good. Celebrate the life. Celebrate the life, right? And just try keeping that memory alive. You know what I mean? They say that people die twice. The first time that they die is a physical death. Second time that they die is when people stop saying their name. It's the last time that somebody speaks their name. So, we're not finna let my daddy die again. Jerden Edward Johnson III. Okay, get it right. All right. Let me back it up. Dr. Jerden Edward Johnson III. Y'all motherfuckers better get it right. We're not gonna let that name die. All right. Put in the comments if you've lost somebody, if you're dealing with grief yourself. Please put in the comments the names of the loved ones that y'all have lost, because we're not gonna let them tell us that story. Not the death story, but tell us the story of that person's life. I want to know. There will come a day where or it might just be several videos sprinkled here and there, wherever. But I've gotten so much information on my ancestors, and I want to do videos on each of them and their lives and what they did and how they lived. Let us know. My daddy was Jerden Edward Johnson III. My granddaddy was Jerden Edward Johnson II, right? Everybody called him Joe. They didn't call him Junior, they called him Joe. They called my daddy Junior. I don't know why. My auntie to this day still calls my daddy Junior. He's the third. You know what I mean? He's the third. So I don't really know. But let us know in the comments. Let me know in the comments who have you lost that you're still grieving right now? What are some of the amazing things that they've done in your life? Why do you love them unconditionally? Right? Let's keep these names alive. Let's keep them going. All right. And yeah, this has been cathartic. And yes, it is 10 a.m. and I'm drinking. I work night shift. This is like 10 p.m. for me. At least that's what I'm going to tell people at the AA meetings. I'm joking. I'm not an alcoholic. Let me stop this video because